Hey guys, it's Will Fleming coming to you for the IYCA. Today I want to talk about combining implements to develop more power. Today we're going to use bands and medicine balls to get two different stimulus so that an athlete can develop power throughout the total body. You're going to see us go through a progression of movements to develop both a hip hinge but also some upper body power as well. I'm going to have Scott here as my athlete. We're going to work through this and work through some of the difficulties and some of the coaching points that we're going to want to see in these movements. So thanks for joining us. All right, guys. So here's going to be our first progression. So what we're going to do is this is actually almost a regression from a typical standing position. We're going to put Scott in a tall kneeling position. So Scott, go ahead and get up in a tall kneeling position. And we got the band resistance behind him. So this band resistance is going to make the actual hip extension a little more difficult and kind of cue him into a hip hinge. So the beginning of the movements are going to be him letting his hips sink back to his heels and then driving up to an extended position. We're going to add that in. We're going to add a medicine ball in. So we're working on a little bit of transfer of power. So there's going to be some transfer through his core, out through his arms on a chest pass. So Scott, let's go through that. Just mime the motion first as if you had the medicine ball. Hip hinge back, extension, drive out. So this is a really good movement for Scott to develop that transfer power from lower body to upper body. So let's go ahead and go through one. There we go. Good. Really extend up. Good. And we can actually make it a little more fluid motion by having Scott start in the extended position, go back through a stretch cycle, and extend. Good. That's our first progression in this. So we'll move on. We're going to move up to a standing position here in 1 second. All right. So the next level is obviously going to be on our feet. So this is going to be a little more applicable to all of our athletes. Again, we're going to get through start in a standing position, go into a hip hinge with the medicine ball, and really explosively extend. We're probably going to see an athlete, if they get enough extension, take a step forward with one foot or another. This is great for athletes either preparing for a parallel stance start. So I see a lot in like a running back or football lineman would be another person that would be pretty useful. This drill would be pretty useful for them. So we're going to have Scott get in a standing position, have some really good tension on the band. This is going to draw him into a hip hinge a little, and then extend out. It's going to be a resisted hip extension with an explosive chest pass for him. Just try and create enough power so you're stepping forward at the end, okay? Good. You saw when we freed Scott up to take that step, he actually created a lot more power in his throw. So that's our second level, kind of almost our basic level. We would take athletes down to the tall kneeling position if it was necessary. But that was a great job by Scott on the standing hip extension with a chest pass.